Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Infocom 2017. We're here with Dave Haynes. Dave, hi.
Hello.
Dave is 16.9. Everybody in the industry knows Dave Haynes. One of the oldest blog, I think. Not the oldest blogger, but the oldest blog in the industry.
Probably both. And really the only blog in digital signage as far as I know. Have you seen any others?
No others I'd look at.
Okay.
So we're here on the NEC Display Solutions stand 1600. You can come and find us. We think we've been busy the last few days, but Dave Haynes has probably got the world record for being busy. How many podcasts have you done this week?
I think I've done 3 or 4 interviews for that. And it's very, very challenging because you try to find a place in a very, very noisy hall. And first one I did, we went to the very back of the hall and it was nice and quiet. And then as soon as we started, some guys came over and started dismantling some scaffolding.
Oh, that's useful.
And then somebody else came over with the next one, and they're chatting away, and they've got a walkie-talkie on it.
Well,
so those little mics work. They isolate the sound pretty good.
For those of you who don't know, Dave, I think maybe a year or so, started podcasts on 16.9. They've become one of your most popular downloaded items by a long way. They've been really good.
Yeah, I've had it's been about a year and a half now.
Oh, a year and a half.
Like 150,000 downloads, something like that, and. It's just a way to talk to people who, like CEOs of companies. And, you know, if you're a journalist, you talk to them, and like a fifth of what they say actually makes it into print.
Right.
So this is an opportunity to spend some time with them and get them to kind of expand on what they do and talk about their industry and the challenges and everything else. So it's been wildly popular.
Yeah, they've been very popular. That's very good. So congratulations for that. The other thing you've been doing here, of course, is Big Canvas.
Yes.
You've got 4 sessions, you've done 3. So tell us a little bit about the Big Canvas stuff and the 3 you've done, and then we can talk about the one tomorrow.
Yeah, we was helping Infocom out on this. We wanted to do a series of sessions that really kind of explored what digital signage can do in terms of use cases and look at the different technologies and the process. So many of the education sessions you see, they end up being pitches for different products and so on. So we curated a bunch of really interesting jobs like the Salesforce lobby in San Francisco, which is just amazing, and the AT&T store on 1 Powell Street that Max Media was involved in. And I'm doing another one tomorrow, but the Houston Museum of Natural Science, where they did this huge video wall in the ticketing area.
Okay. Where can people find that tomorrow?
Room 307A.
Okay.
Upstairs. It's part of the Infocom track. I think you get certification for it in the whole bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think it's a really good thing to do, and what struck me as really interesting about it is a lot of the sessions they were talking about data visualization or generative data and how you can use that. And I've been talking about that for years, and it's great to finally see it being done, because it's one of those things where you use real-time data to generate your content. So you only have to render a video once, or it's not even really a video. It's in one case it was a Java 8 application they were using. So very cool.
Okay, that's good. And then the other thing that you've been involved in, because you were on the center stage earlier on.
That was impressive.
Again, if you haven't seen the center stage, you need to see it. The money they've thrown at the center stage is amazing.
Yeah, it's a high-end TV studio set.
So 8 AV engineers and all the mod cons.
Voice of God introduction and the whole bit. So yeah, I did a piece there with MVix, really just a Q&A. MVix is a digital signage solutions provider out of Washington, D.C. area. And we had a whole crowd of systems integrators, and they were...
Well, I think all the center stages have been pretty well attended.
Yeah. I sat for one before just to kind of get the lay of the land, and we just talked about how does a systems integrator get into this space, because I'm sure every year they come here and they're looking around and they see all these signage solution, like CMS software. Who do you start? Like, what do you choose? So just that kind of thing. It was good response.
What do you think of Infocom these days? I mean, you've come for many years, both Vegas and Florida. What's your general thoughts?
I always like it. I always kind of apologize when people ask me what I thought, because I've been to so many trade shows and been coming for so many years to this sort of thing, that this is probably the 5th show I've seen this year where I've seen what NEC has or what Samsung has and all that. So of course it's not going to be new every time I see it. But if you are in the industry as a system integrator, or really even as an end user, you really ought to come to these shows just to kind of get a sense of it. But I would say if you are somebody like a brand or a retailer, you really want to come with almost like a guide. Somebody who can help you find what you want to find.
Yeah, we don't seem to have the tools here. I mean, we saw, you've been to NRF earlier in the year, and it was Manolo Amogo does the very popular tools.
Yeah.
I'm surprised actually they don't have those things.
Well, you've got 3 days. You can end up in the Crestron booth and over in the lighting area and all that and wondering, okay, why did I come here?
Right.
Versus having somebody, I'm not pitching that, but just having somebody that can take you around and optimize the 2 days or whatever that you have on the ground to say, that's good, that's going to go away, because some of the technologies that were making a lot of noise, even a couple of years ago, like transparent OLED, it's gone.
Right.
Nobody's even making it anymore.
Right.
And 2 years ago, it was like, oh my God, that's amazing. So
now
that's
you're
what
one
happens.
of the growing number of North Americans who goes to ISE. I think ISE was your second time there this year.
Yep.
So, there's still a reason to go to ISE at the beginning of the year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
That's an awesome show. It's confusing and everything else. It's Amsterdam. It's a little chilly in February, but in terms of the breadth of things that you're going to see, I like Infocom, but I definitely like ISE more.
Right.
And if you're looking for display tech, and if you have to make a decision between something like DSE and ISE, I think it's a difficult choice, because DSE you're going to do a lot of networking and all that. I suppose my advice would be do both. Somehow or other, do both things.
Right. Now you were invited to speak at Infocom China earlier in the year. Tell us about that. That must have been an experience.
I had never been to Beijing, so yeah, it was interesting and really good. I did about a 45-minute talk. I talked a lot about data visualization and that sort of thing, and got a good response. It's a very different show, but
is it
really well organized? They had all these.
What's it like size-wise?
It's in the old Olympics Broadcast Center, the International Broadcast Center there, so it's a great facility. I would say it's, compared to Infocom, if we use that as the cue, I would say it's maybe 60%.
Okay.
But I think they got as many attendees or something like it. It was busy. And easy to get to if you're going to Beijing. The subway line's like right there, and there's good hotels.
Yeah. So overall a good experience.
Yeah.
That's good. And then DSE you do, but the one we saw your NRF.
Yeah.
Earlier in the year. What do you think of that as a show? Is that going to gain in popularity in the digital signage space, do you think? Or
I don't know. There's so much retail tech, you get lost in the space. There's point of sale systems, there's checkout conveyor belt systems and thermal printers and everything else. It's a bit like the CETW of old days, where it's one of the things in there. If you're a retailer, of course you need to be there. If you're a digital signage software company and you sell into retail, probably. If you're a generalist, I'd say no. I think the only way it's going to really work for you if you're a CMS company is to have that has to be your tribe, and arrange the appointments ahead of time and all that. If you think you're just going to show up, hang out a shingle and say, hey, we do retail, the people there are very busy, and I get a sense a lot of the brands that go there, they drop in for like 4 hours, and it's optimized and they know where they're going.
Now you do a lot of project work, a lot of writing work. Is there one thing for the rest of this year that people should look out for from you?
What I've started to work on, even today, I just came from a meeting, is I'm going to look really deeply at narrow pixel pitch LED. I did earlier reports on Android and system on chip, and from my perspective, there's not a lot of really good information out there about these things. Everybody talks about the pixel pitch, but there's a lot more going on, and there's a lot more reasons why you would select one technology over the other. And really, you walk down that way, there are 40, 50, 60, 70 companies, and even the little Chinese companies that you never heard of, their narrow pixel pitch stuff looks pretty good at first glance. So you need to understand what's behind it, whether it actually is good or what.
Yeah, good. Dave, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.